sleep over here. 12-hour shifts will really get to you, and having only one day off every 6 days, everything just seems to blur together. I wonder what the weather's like out there. I know it snowed last night. I had to make a run to the bathroom through it. Thank God for flip-flops, or I never would have made it. Some guys will pee in a bottle if they think they can't make it, but I guess that's one luxury I just will never have. Well, it's 2,300 hours, and I work midnight to noon, so I better start getting ready for my shift. Man, it's cold in these bee huts this time of year. That's where my family got me this electric blanket and these long johns. They're a real lifesaver when you live in a wooden box like I do. We take a bus over to where I work, so you really can't afford to be late. Besides, those guys who are leaving have worked their 12 hours, and they need some rest too. Time is a funny thing over here in Afghanistan. Sometimes it flies, and other times it just stands still. I've been here for almost 6 months. I can't believe it. I must admit, I'm glad I'm an airman. Those Army guys have to stay here up to 18 months sometimes. I can't imagine how they feel. Can you? Most people say that if you don't go outside the wire, that you're not really in the war. I don't think that's true. I've never fired a gun at the enemy, or even seen them. But when those jets take off, and you hear them roar, it makes you feel to know that you helped put them there. Sometimes we do get attacked by rockets or mortar rounds. Just the other day, a bee hut got hit, and some NATO guys died. I know it's not the same as those Army guys, but when you hear the booms off in the distance, the fear is there. Trust me. I think the hardest thing we have to go through are those fallen comrade ceremonies. Anytime an American is killed in Afghanistan, they bring them here. They announce when the body will be brought to the transport aircraft, and when the time comes, we all fall out. We line up shoulder to shoulder. Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force. We are all there together, paying our respects with a salute. As our fallen comrade passes, with our flag over his casket. The base stops, the war stops, and for a moment, we all know that there is a family somewhere awaiting a homecoming much different than they ever wanted. I must admit, the food over here is good though. They make eggs to order, have plenty of fruits and veggies, and sometimes for dinner, they even make steak and crab legs. Oh, I also work out a lot too. I've lost 15 pounds since I've been over here. Boy, my family sure will be shocked when they see me. Besides working out, sleeping, and working those 12-hour shifts, we try to write letters. We make phone calls, but they're limited, of course, and it makes you feel better to write a good long letter when you're thinking about family. Before I came over here, I used to hear a lot about the military being in Afghanistan and the war. But when I sit here like this, when it's quiet, and all I can hear is the breathing of the other women sleeping in this hut, I don't really see any of that. I'm just one woman, doing my job, my duty away from my family. I don't really think about all the details. I think about where I am, that I'm a mother, a daughter, a sister. I'm not the military or the war. I'm a person. I've been here through all the holidays, and I'll tell you what, my family sure has made it easier with all the cards and care packages they've sent me. I've kept everything here in this box. Oh, look, a Halloween card with a picture of the kids in their Halloween costumes. Timothy sure looks great as a werewolf. And this Thanksgiving card from my son. It was awesome. My husband sent me this Christmas tree. I had it up at work on Christmas Day. Oh, all these cards from all these family members. I pictures. I missed my sons and daughters this year, but it was sure nice to have these pictures. With all these great things, it was almost like being there. Almost. Sometimes on the way home from work, we see the kids playing on the other side of the fence. We wave at them and they wave back at us. They always seem so excited to see us. We want to give them some candy or something, just to show them we're friendly. But we can't, because if we do, and the enemy found out, they might kill those kids over some candy. Their whole families might be in danger just because we gave them candy. Speaking of kids, on the way home from work the other day, it snowed again, and we saw the kids playing in the snow. Do you know what they had built? A snowman. It was amazing to see a no-kidding snowman standing right there in front of me, looking no different than any snowman my kids have ever built. Kids that speak differently, worship differently, dress differently, and live thousands of miles away from each other. And they build the exact same snowman. What a common bond to have. What a strange thing to see so far away from home. It made me homesick, but at the same time, it made me smile. All this talk about family is really making me think about mine. All those folks back at home are so amazing, taking care of the kids, the bills, work, everything. It takes special kind of people to do what they do. Even my kids pitch in and help Dad with chores and meals. They work as a team, and I'm so proud of how well they are doing. When I think about seeing them again, I'm afraid of how they will accept me after all this time. I will be like a stranger trying to come back into their lives. I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm scared. Some guys miss the birth of their children while they're over here, and they'll be seeing them for the first time very soon. I can't imagine how they feel. I know my family loves me, and no matter what, we'll be a family again, a whole family. Well, I guess I have some time to get a bite to eat before the bus comes. I hope the snow's not too bad out there. You know, there's one more thing I think about almost every day. I think about the folks back at home, and I hope they remember us, think of us, not as the military, but as individuals, as Johns and Janes, with worries, fears, families, hopes and dreams, as people, like me, because when it comes right down to it, I'm just one woman who wants to go home. And in 10 days, I will go home because I've done my job, and I'm ready to see my family again.